All right, so I love this next story, so I'm going to do a little bit of a setup for it. You guys ever play Pokemon? I know we're on a video game thing right now. What do you do in Pokemon? You like raise your Pokemon and they evolve, right? They get bigger, they change, their name changes and the word they say changes. The Nigerian princes have evolved. That's right. Suddenly authors are being targeted with a ton of fake book marketing services. Now, this is no surprise to anyone, but these are actually getting pretty sophisticated because they're using AI to scrape details about your book that then crafts an email and sends it to you saying, I love these tropes and the way this character does this. And man, the turning point at the end of Act Two was just, it was so good. And it's like, oh, and that's what authors want, right? Now, understand when you target someone, you want to give them what they want. Okay, when you're hunting someone, you want to give them what they want so that they come to you. This is
This
what's
is
happening.
so sneaky
You are
because
getting dopamine from these dumb AI written emails. And what happens? You start giving them information. You let them into your KDP account. Promote my book and let everyone else see how amazing it is.
yeah, so Writer Beware had the story on this. It just broke today. It's a really good. If you don't subscribe to Writer Beware, you really owe it to yourself to subscribe to their newsletter. But it's pitching marketing services, and the initial is these AI written emails, but then they'll hand you off to a literal Nigerian. So this isn't like a Nigerian prince attack. It's the same people. um, who will then do very little for the money, and they'll be charging you $100 a month, $1,000 a month for marketing services.
Yeah.
And one of the ways that you can identify these folks is that when you Google them, you can't find them.
Right.
So legit marketing people are findable on Google because they understand marketing. Right? If
They want to
somebody
be
claims
found.
to help your book with SEO and you Google them and you can't find them anywhere, it's like maybe they don't know SEO. But the biggest thing is you have to look out for that really flattering content
Yes.
about your book out of the blue. So this is very different than you're doing research on marketing firms, or you see somebody on the job board and you reach out to them and you say, hey, what do you think? You send them your book or whatever. And then they come back and they have some feedback. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about somebody with some Gmail address with a bunch of numbers on it because they just created it, emailing you saying, hey, you are amazing. Your
From
book is amazing.
HollywoodFilmAgent.com.
I think we could take this to Hollywood. Yeah, we could turn this into a screenplay. I could help you. I just need $500 a month and we can make your book sing. And you're like, gosh, somebody in the industry.
I'm
who
already
believes in
reaching for
book.
my wallet.
Yeah, it's like
Ugh.
it's a trap. So,
First of all, Disney trained you to think that this could happen. Okay, you're scrubbing at the floor, and then someday your prince will come. Nope, just keep scrubbing that floor.
yeah. It comes little by little. Janice says, I'm leery of scams, and some of these emails still almost got me. Yeah, it's easy. And the things that used to protect writers from these kinds of scammers, particularly from scammers from abroad, was poor use of English.
Yeah.
A writer who has good grammar and good understanding of spelling will be able to spot errors and flaws in an email and be like, okay, you're obviously not who you claim to be. But now ChatGPT, even the really cheap models, can produce really good English. And so that test is no longer good. And the kind of vague generalities is also not a good test because depending on your but like I know I have enough AI skills. I could create the bots that do this kind of direct to author spam. Like this whole process is automatable.
Thomas, did you ever see The Matrix Reloaded?
A long time ago.
Long time ago? Yeah. Well, in the beginning of that movie, Neo's fighting the agents, and they catch his punch, and he's like, upgrades.
Yeah. And so this is why it's important to follow shows like this. And the main way to protect yourself from scammers, generally speaking, and that's not just this particular scam, but the new scam they're going to invent 6 months from now, is to watch fear and greed. So one of my dad's rules of investing, he's a successful investor, is that you never invest out of fear or greed. So when everyone is panicking, you don't panic. And when everyone is getting excited and greedy, you don't get excited and greedy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's control over those two emotions that protect you from the scams, and they protect you from the bubbles, and they protect you from selling at the bottom of the market. It makes them very frustrating because we'll be like, all excited about some investment opportunity, and me and my brothers will be pitching him, and he's just kind of sitting there with his arms crossed. He's not nearly as excited as we are. And there's a reason why he makes the decisions and we don't make the decisions. And so it's important for you, for your own finances, for your own book, to really watch that fear and greed. Because the mirror version of this is strike one on Amazon. Your book is going to be suspended for 24 hours.
Right.
If this is an error, please call this phone number. And you call the phone number, and pretty soon you're completely captured because they make you more and more afraid. Or another version of this is so and so with the sheriff's department. You did not appear for your court hearing, and we have agents headed to your
traffic
office
ticket
to arrest you right now. Right, like anything to make you afraid. Right, they're trying to scare you, and they want to talk to you on the phone. And this particularly works on boomers, because boomers want to talk on the phone. They're desperate to talk to somebody in the industry on the phone. It doesn't work as well on Gen Z, because Gen Z or millennials will do anything other than talk.
Remember back when we used to buy ringtones that would tell us when someone was calling?
Yeah. I remember that, the ringtone days. Those were the days.
Yeah.
So
now it's like, how do I turn this off?
Right. But younger people are also taken in by these, and the scammers, now that they can use ChatGPT, can interact via text, because there's a whole world of text versions of this. So be aware. Subscribe to Writer Beware. I follow Writer Beware very closely, but I don't pull in all of their stories for author update segments. I only grab the ones I think are the most important. But they cover this really well. It's a really solid website, and I encourage that you check them out.
Look, when we would get new Marines come into our unit, okay, you tell them the same thing every time, and that is, the stripper doesn't love you. Okay? The really pretty girl who's paying a lot of attention to you and loving on you, and you're a Marine? Wow, you're 2 weeks out of boot camp, you're a hero or something. That's not love. And it was huge in the intel community too, because we had foreign espionage agents around our base and around our school, and their job was to capture us.
The 1940s propaganda posters about loose lips sink ships are the most salacious government propaganda ever put out. But they're trying to warn you. It's like, don't believe what you want to hear. You have to be suspicious. Speaking of men and things that trip them up, so there's been a lot of discussion about books for men. And I think this is actually connected with the opening stories that we had about the rise in audiobooks, the fall of traditional, and the rise of indie. All of this is connected with the men leaving. Just this massive wave of men just checking out of kind of traditional corporate content. Because the books for men that the publishers rejected have become indie sensations. They have
it is the cornerstone.